Hey, welcome to this video. So let's talk a little bit about why Wix, right? Like why Wix? Why Wix? I know if you're building a website, chances are you've probably heard like, oh my gosh, if you want to have a successful website, you need to have WordPress. Or there's a lot of people out there who use Squarespace, and um, for those that don't know, I have been a website designer now for, oh my gosh, over 10 years. I started out as a hobby in high school. I would kind of like code and, do all the stuff and, make the layouts for MySpace and do all those kinds of things. And what I'll tell you is that when, how this kind of all works, right? Because I want to kind of cut right through the overwhelm and, really for all of those of you who are not like techie. So here's the thing. So about 10 years ago, if you wanted to have a successful website, you absolutely needed to have WordPress because there was no other way. There was no other, really, truly, no other way to build a website. Now, and if you're building a blog, chances are you probably hear people that are like, oh, you have to have a blog. Um, Now, back in the day, the only competitor to WordPress was probably a platform called Blogger. I think Blogger is still around. I have built on all of the platforms. I built on Blogger. I started out on WordPress. I built on Squarespace. I've designed on Weebly, Joomla, and now Wix. And Wix is exclusively what I'm using on myself and my clients for like the front end design of their websites. Okay, so the WordPress mentality is really a little outdated. It's like coming to the era of having the ability to have a cell phone and making it so much easier, but yet someone is still saying like, "Oh no, you need to have a fax machine." Now, that's not to say that, WordPress is good for what it is, but the people who started Wix, right, and the people who started these drag and drop website editors, they realized that not everyone is techie and not everyone has like $10 to $100,000 to be able to invest in a website. And the beauty about drag and drop editors is that you can completely customize the layout. You can move headers and move banners without having to know an ounce of code because these designers and developers came in. They essentially looked at like what was going on like with WordPress, and they're like, this is really freaking complicated. And they decided to make an editor where you could do that all yourself. So you can have a website that looks like you've paid $80,000 for a website, but you haven't. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, not only do I design websites, but when I worked in the tourism, I worked for a tourism bureau. Part of my job was to go out and get quotes from website designers, and specifically for like Squarespace and WordPress. Now, those were two of the biggest ones that people are using. WordPress websites were way more expensive. They were more expensive to upkeep, more expensive to just more expensive in general. Okay, so the reason that I love Wix, you guys, the reason I love Wix, I've designed in Squarespace. So if you're like, well, what's the difference between Squarespace or Wix? To me, Wix just has so much more included. And that is kind of what I wanted to show you in this video, really what you're getting. Now, for those of you who are familiar, when you have a website, normally the payment portals, the e-commerce store, the calendar, the booking feature, the services. What if you have a restaurant and you want to add a menu in, like all these different things? All of those would be different apps that you would have to, what they call a plugin, that you would have to plug in to your site. Wix has an app. Just let me show you here. Let me show you. So let me see if I can open up this one and see if it'll work. By the way, I do have the Style It Yourself course. You are absolutely going to figure out how to create a website. You'll have a website up and running in a weekend. And then if you want to take the time to go in and really like hone your website skills, it'll take you a week or less. Like you guys, a week or less. That's how cool it is. But if you are interested in having a design, myself or one of my designers work on your website, we can also talk about that. Okay, so here's some of the really cool features about Wix. Like literally, when you click on this little button here, and we go down, look at all the things you can add. You can add bookings. This is included, okay? So this is like included in your Wix price. So when we go over, when, if you decide, yeah, I want to take the course, um, when we dive into there, we'll figure out which plan is best, for your needs. But all of this is included in your plan. You can add testimonials to your site. You can do bookings if you're a hairstylist, a makeup artist, if you're a coach. Okay, like if you're a coach, a life coach, you're hosting a high end mastermind, you don't have to go to all these different websites like Calendly or anything else. It's all included right with your Wix website. That's why Wix is just such a comprehensive tool for any online entrepreneur who doesn't want to feel like they're like duct taping all these different things together. And it keeps it all in one place. There's a blog. Wix blogs are so stunning. Like when I say stunning, okay, well, gosh, that's exactly the word they used. They're beautiful. They're really in line with where the direction of content marketing and blogging is going. Wix is so ahead of it. You can add an event into Wix. You can add your music if you're, um, if you have music that you do, you can add that in there. You can add grids, you can add lists, you can add blog posts, pop up light boxes. Like these are just some of the features that you have. Not only that, but when we go to the app market, let me see, where is it here? There's literally so much. Okay, when I go to more, oh, I can't. Okay, here we go. Store. You can add an online store to your site. This is like huge. That means you don't have to have a separate e-commerce website that then, you'll link away from your site. It all blends right into your Wix website, which is just why Wix is now just exclusively what I use because there's literally nothing better out there. Not only that, but the community and the support is absolutely fantastic. The Wix library of resources, if you have a question that you can't find beyond myself or, beyond the Style It Yourself course, which we are here to support you. But if you're just looking for simple, little things, Wix has everything you could possibly ask for right inside of their library of resources. So it is just fantastic. Their customer support is great. I love the fact that I can host my domain also right through Wix, and I can purchase my mailbox. Okay, so when you're getting an email address, you can get your professional Gmail, G Suite email. So your professional email. So for example, if I were to do my email address as team@saramichaels.com, Sara Michaels is my domain, it all links right here, right on this, which makes it so easy to manage. And another thing that I absolutely love, I have to show you this. If you have clients, if you are currently using off-platform software for your client and customer management, sending price quotes, Wix, when you use Ascend by Wix, let me see if I can find it. Ascend is just fantastic. What they call it is an all-in-one business solution. I upgraded to Ascend and it eliminated my need to have an off-platform customer management thing. It was just so incredible. So this is Ascend. You can connect and manage your customers all in one place right from your Wix website. Not only is it on your Wix site, but you can download the Wix app, which allows you. So for me, when I get a booking or when someone like a new customer makes a purchase from either of my sites, um, let's see here. So here's the app for Wix. Let's see. Here's the app for Wix. Okay. And when I open up my app, everything is all you can see. Like if you have these, it's all right on your dashboard. Anything that you would need to do. So you can send price quotes. You can schedule an automation in. So if a customer abandons a cart, you can choose to, have a workflow, go out an automation, a chat. You can send not only price quotes, but invoices and receipts and talk to your customers all right through your website, which is really, really incredible. So that's absolutely why 100% I recommend Wix. If you've been wondering about which platform to get and you're like kind of on the fence and you've been hearing you need WordPress or you need this, you don't. And not only that, but if you're wondering about like the functionality, right? Like, well, what about SEO or what about this? Wix has a built in SEO wizard that allows you, and we're going to walk you through this as well in the course. Um, one of the things that I specialize is getting my customers or my clients when I'm doing their websites be able to pop up not only in Google but when for the keyword that people are searching for. Okay, and Wix walks you through that as well. We're going to help you with the SEO. You don't need to have a WordPress site um, in order to get recognized by Google. That's like a thing of the past. And I'm going to give you a secret. Actually, when I did it, one site that I released across all different platforms, Weebly, Wix, and WordPress. The two that did the best were Wix and Weebly. I don't know why. But my Wix websites and my Wix SEO, it's constantly ranking us in Google on my clients. So if you're concerned about that and you're like, oh, well, what about the SEO and the rankings and all of that? Wix has all of that covered. That like gone are the days when you need like to have someone else do your website and stuff for you. So if you're on the fence, I hope to be welcoming you into the Style It Yourself course. Remember, even if you don't want to take the course and you just want to get Wix, be sure to use the link either down below or on the site. Wix has partnered with us so that we can get you the best deal. So this is our like referral affiliate link. So yeah, so I hope this was helpful and I will see you in the next video.